All right, guys, welcome to today's yoga for flexibility. I'm actually going to be focusing on a lot of hip, hamstring, glute kind of releases just to be helpful to help stretch out that lower back, especially if you've been weeding a lot. I know I have. Just to help release some tension in the lower back through the surrounding areas. So like I was saying, that towel, folded up towel, literally can just be any towel. I'm using my yoga mat towel. For a little knee cushion is highly recommended. And if you want a strap or a block, you can also use that. So hopefully you've got your water and anything else you need off to the side, but we're gonna start here in our Shavasana. We don't need any of our props right now. Just taking some nice deep breaths. You'll need your strap first if you're going to use it, so that should be the most handy. We're just going to start taking some nice deep breaths, letting ourselves relax here. So this is a fairly gentle practice today. But just know you can take anything deeper or lighter if you need. Just listen to that body. It is a short week for us. We've got that long weekend coming up. So I want us to just focus on setting some good vibes. If you're like me, there's probably a lot to do on your list. But we've also got to look at, we've got those 4 days setting good vibes to some enjoyment. And I know it's supposed to be really, really sunny and hot. I think I heard 31 degrees on Saturday. So that should be good if you like the hot weather. If you're like me, don't forget your sunscreen. And maybe just put a little picture in your mind of something fun you're going to do this weekend. Hopefully something outside. Since we've been cooped up for so long. Whether it's a drink on the balcony, time out walking or biking, something that's going to bring you joy. I want you to think of that right now. As you take these nice big deep breaths, that's it. So keep the slow breath pace down. And let's just try and breathe in and out through our nose. I know some of us have allergies, so please just breathe however you can. But striving for that nose breathing, that nasal breathing today. When you're ready, on your first inhale, pull both knees to your chest, but bring them nice and wide. And we're just going to alternate pulling one in and then the other. Again, I'm adding a little rocking here, but whatever feels good for your body, and just play around with the movement. You can do the same thing and grab each ankle and pull one in. You don't have to. I'm going to stick here. I like this stretch for that inner thigh. Just grabbing wherever feels good for you. Then I'm going to bring the knees together and we're all going to draw some nice big circles here, or small circles with that lower back. Just letting yourself relax and melt into the mat. Your eyes can still be closed here, focusing internally. Let's switch directions. Again, making these your own size. Let's do one more big circle. I'm going to plant the left leg down, and I'm going to walk the left leg straight out. This is where you may want to use your strap. I just hook it under my foot and straighten the leg. You can also grab behind the hamstring. Wherever you are, ideally we want to focus on that hamstring stretch and not pulling the shoulders out of the socket. Flexing the foot. And as you exhale, maybe pull a little deeper into that stretch. I know we're just getting started here. Now, if you have that strap, I want you to try to move your ankle side to side, not pointing and flexing side to side, so supinating and pronating. Just see how that changes. Oh, that stretch in that hamstring or calf. Or you can be in stillness if you'd like. Do one more big breath here. Take a nice big inhale. Get the ankle nice and straight, and as you exhale, pull a little deeper into that hamstring. Good. I'm going to take both straps into my left hand and put my right hand by my side. And as I exhale, I'm going to bring the left leg over. I'm just going to bend my knee because of my wall, but you guys can keep your legs straight as I roll my lower body towards the left, keeping the right shoulder on the mat, maybe looking over that right side to go deeper in that nice final twist. Just feel this all up through the glute and that right side body. Little back 11 today. Give me one more big breath here. As you inhale, bring yourself back up. Exhale, pull a little deeper. I'm going to bend the left knee. You can release the strap, and I'm going to hook the left knee the right ankle just above the left knee. Let the leg rotate out, and I'm going to pull myself into a nice figure 4 stretch here, lifting that left foot up, grabbing between the thighs, pulling a little deeper. That's it. Just breathing. Maybe using that right hand or elbow to externally rotate the right leg, going a little deeper. Really get into that glute there. Nice and tight for most of us, I'm sure. Give me one more big breath like this. And then release the right leg straight down. I'm going to grab my strap again, and I'm going to straighten that leg, or you can grab behind the leg. Straightening it out. Ooh, it's okay if this side's tighter. This is my tighter side. Just feel the pressure. Just a little pressure, a little stretch in the back of the leg. Keep the foot flexed. You feel it in the calf as well. And again, you can breathe into this as you exhale. Pull a little deeper. Good. That's it. Feel that stretch here. And again, if you want to rock your ankle side to side, that pronation and supination, again, just see how that changes the stretch. I find the lifting the inside up really gets a good deep stretch, but listen to your body, do what feels good for it. And then take a nice big inhale here, let the ankle come back to stable center, and as you exhale, pull a little deeper. This time the straps are going to come. You've got straps both on the right hand, left hand's going to come down the side. As you exhale, I'm going to let the left leg fall over to the right, crossing the body, lifting up the hips. As I look over to the left, keeping that left shoulder on the mat. Still using the strap to pull myself up into a little bit of a hamstring stretch. Just going nice and deep here. We're not staying here too long, so just give me one more big breath here. And as you inhale, let's come back up to center with that leg. Exhale, pull a little deeper. Good, just have that nice stretch. I'm going to bend the right knee, plant the foot. You can release your strap and cross the left ankle just above the right knee. Figure 4 on this side as I go in, pulling the leg in, using the left elbow to press out on the left thigh. If you want to go a little bit deeper, flexing that left foot, just keep it nice and safe. I know, nice and gentle today. Sometimes we need that. So just focus on going as deep as that body needs today. One more big breath here. Maybe pull a little deeper on the exhale. Let's plant the feet on the mat. I'm just gonna let them both fall over to the right. As I roll to the right side, I'm gonna push myself up into a nice tabletop position here. Finding a nice neutral spine, keeping the core nice and tight, lengthening out through the crown, all the way down to the tail bone, just nice and long here. Let's just do a quick little bird dog for some core stabilization. So I'm going to lift my right hand up nice and long, lift the opposite left leg up, and notice if you're swaying or anything, right? We want to find that stillness, find that gaze looking down, core is tight. For 3, for 2, and 1, release. Good. Find your center again, take a nice big inhale here. Press up through those shoulders, flatten that back. Lift the left arm straight up, right leg. Flex the toes, keep that shoulder pulled down. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. So let's curl the toes under and lift the hips downward facing dog. First dog of the day. You can walk it out. That's it. Yeah. Play around with your heels, maybe crossing the legs. I like to lift it up, my foot up, so just one toe is on the mat. Let's find some stillness here. As we inhale, I'm going to lift the right leg up, bend the knee, open up the hip here, tail of the dog, trying to kick my left glute. So it should be a nice stretch on that side body. Still pressing the hands into the mat. One more big breath here. I'm going to step that right foot to the outside edge of my right hand. Here, starting off in that high lizard pose. This is where if you've got some flexibility issues, you can definitely grab the block here for some support. You have to drop to the knee. We will drop to the knee in a second. Otherwise, stay with me. Lengthen out through the crown of the head. Right, if you really find yourself hunching, you can even come up onto your fingertips. All right, let's drop that left knee. Maybe walk it back just a little bit. Hug that right knee in into that nice lizard pose. All right, we're gonna do the opposite twist we normally do. So I'm gonna bring my right hand into the center of my mat, and as I inhale, I'm gonna sweep the left arm up, trying to twist. So this is gonna be a more difficult twist. It's okay if you can't come to a T. Just twist as much as you can, sinking those hips down. Just one more big breath here. Good. Release the hand back down. Just find your lizard again. If you want to go lower, you can always walk the hands a little farther forward, bring the forearms down, or even bring them down to a nice block. It's up to you. Whew. It's nice and deep. You can play around with the block height if you need to, or just stay up here. One more big breath. If you're down, bring your hands back up. I'm going to plant the hands firmly on the ground as I lift the left knee. I'm going to step back, downward facing dog. You might want to give that leg a little shake out from that nice deep stretch. And as you inhale, lift the left leg up, bend the knee, open up the hip, tail of the dog on this side. Knee comes right up to the sky. Pulling that right heel down. Still keeping the shoulders squared off at the top of the mat. Getting a nice stretch along the torso. Last breath. Remember, this is all about back love. So if at any point you feel too much pressure or stretch, you can always ease out off of it. And when you're ready, we're going to plant that left foot on the edge of the left hand. Keep the knee up if you can. Lengthen out the spine. Sink down and just even hug that left knee in. One more breath like this. We're going to drop that left knee, or sorry, right knee, maybe walk it back a little bit. All right, this is my less flexible side. So I'm going to stay here. Just seeing the hips down. This time I'm going to bring the left hand to the center of the mat. We'll see how this goes. Take a nice big inhale, lengthen up. As you exhale, twist the right hand up to the sky, trying to create a T. You can even bring your right hand behind you if you'd like. This is a little harder than twisting towards that bent knee. Just focus on your posture, keep the shoulders down. Maybe gaze up to those right fingertips for one last breath. When you're ready, bring that right hand back down. Walk both hands under the shoulders and find your depth here. Whether you want to walk forward a little bit more, come all the way down to forearms, resting on a block, or maybe you're just staying upright. Keep that knee hugged in. Ooh, this is a nice deep stretch today. Like I said, if you've been doing a lot of bending in the gardening, this is a great release. That whole hip complex, lower back complex today. Good. Focus on keeping the spine nice and long wherever you are. Just because you can come to the mat with your forearms doesn't mean you should. Give me one last breath here. Good. I'm going to walk myself back up, find some length. I'm going to lift the right knee, step my left foot, downward dog. We're not going to have too many flows today, so just hold your dog and then we'll get a quick water break. One more big breath here. Yeah, I'm just going to drop to my knees. Grab my water. As it gets warmer, you'll probably notice I'll give you more water breaks. Just note you can grab water at any time, especially as it's getting warmer, depending on where you're practicing. If we were practicing in our upstairs floor, we'd be puddles of sweat. So if you're outside as well, just be mindful. If you're ever lightheaded or dizzy, just come back down. So you can give your wrist a shake out if you need it. And then we're going to join each other back in downward dog when we're ready. That's it. I'll give you one more big breath to join us in dog. The rest of us are going to focus on lengthening up with our dogs. Remember, squeezing those quads to release the hamstrings. Pressing those hands into the mat. Good. Let's lift the right heel up. Just lift up to the sky. I'm going to step it through the hands as I windmill myself open. Warrior 2. Left toes come out. 9 degrees. Gaze comes to right fingertips. As I create a nice T and sink down here. Focusing on that opening of the hips. Shoulders are relaxed, but arms are strong. I take my left hand, bring it to my left leg or behind my back as I flip the right palm, tracing it across the sky. Nice, exalted warrior here. Still sink down. Into that lunge, push, push, push. Last breath here. And let's go back to warrior 2, 2 breaths. Last little breath here. Good. Straighten the right toes, flip them to the left, so both feet are facing the left. And inhale, arms up overhead, relax the shoulders, core is tight. As I exhale, I'm going to halfway fold, flat back, gaze comes to the ground, soft knees. Exhale, folding all the way to the ground. If you can't touch the ground, I actually want you to widen your feet until you can bring those hands to the ground here. And once you're on the ground, we're going to do some rocking side to side. I'm going to bring my hands as far forward as I feel comfortable doing. It's almost like I'm in a wide down dog. Getting that nice side to side swaying motion. So I'm hitting up the hamstrings and the inner thighs. And the weight should be in my arms. I don't want any pressure in that lower back. Good. All right, soften the knees. Walk your hands back towards your body. I'm going to lift the heels so I come into a goddess pose so the toes are out 45 degrees. Hands are still on the ground. We're still doing that same thing, swaying side to side. Now I can start bending the knees a little bit more, getting the full hips involved. Again, just keeping the weight in your hands. Very hippalicious today. Good, let's come to stillness. I'm gonna drop the head, slowly round up one vertebrae at a time. Give myself a little shoulder roll while I'm here. I'm gonna bring my right toes back to the front, left toes face the left. I come back to a nice warrior 2. Last breath here. I'm gonna win my hands down, step back into downward dog. All right, one of our only 2 optional flows today. So modify, come with me, or hold your dog. Here we go as we inhale towards plank. Exhale, lower down to chaturanga. Pressing up, shoulders are strong. Exhaling, down dog. All right, 2 more breaths here, and then we're gonna do the other side. Inhale, lift the left heel up, and then plant the foot between the hands. Pivot the right foot, open up, warrior 2 on the other side. Making sure we're not leaning too far forward. Standing nice upright as we lunge into that left leg this time. Pressing the outside edge of that right foot into the mat. Just breathe here. Your arms might get a little heavy, but that's okay. We're strong warriors. We're strong yogis here. All right, this time right hand comes to the right thigh or behind the back as we flip the left palm to trace it across the sky. Exalting our warrior, really reaching that arm up without pulling the shoulder out, pushing the hips forward. Good. One more breath here. We're gonna inhale back to warrior 2. 2 breaths, find that warrior 2. I'm just gonna switch so we're together. And then let's bring both toes pointing out 45 degrees. I'm gonna sink down into that goddess. So this time I'm gonna bring my hands to my thighs. We've done this before. So make sure you're not shrugging in those shoulders. They're nice and strong. And I'm gonna press my right shoulder down towards the left knee. And then up. I'm moving nice, slow and controlled. Then I'm gonna do the opposite. So I'm using my arm, it should be straight. I'm pushing that thigh away so it gets a stretch. Nice little active stretch as well in that upper back. So just move nice and slowly with your breath. Nice big inhale to switch. Nice big exhale to sink down. Do one more each side. Just come back up to goddess. We're gonna bring our arms up, almost to that cactus pose. I'm gonna bring my hands behind. I'm gonna pull my elbows back. So it's similar to cactus, just a different angle here. My hands are interlaced. Sink a little deeper into those thighs. Make sure we're not caving in. Knees go towards toes. Lift the head and chest a little to the sky. Just squeeze those shoulder blades together. Good. Give me one more big breath here. Nice big inhale. Nice big exhale. Straighten the legs. Back to warrior 2. Arms. Let's twist our feet. Left toes forward. Right toes to the right. Sink into that warrior 2. One more big breath here. And sink a little deeper for your last breath. You're right, we're gonna windmill our hands down, step ourselves back, downward facing dog. All right, your only other optional flow here. So come with me, modify, or hold your dog, or child's. So we inhale towards plank. Exhale, elbows nice and strong. Exhale, pressing up, dog or cobra. Downward facing dog. All right, guys. Just give me one last breath here. Then we're going to drop to our knees. I'm just gonna switch back. This is the sequence where you're gonna want your knee cushion. I'm gonna grab a quick drink because I'm doing a lot of talking. All right. So I'm gonna have my knee cushion on my left side. We're gonna do the left side first because that's what's facing you, so you can see where it is. So I'm just gonna roughly place it mid-mat. So let's all meet back in downward facing dog. All right, we're gonna do a little Cobra sequence. So I'm just gonna note, I know somebody there is pregnant in our audience, so you're just gonna skip our Cobra. You can hold childs while we do that, and then you can join us for the modification I gave you. As we inhale, let's all come towards planking and always drop to those knees, and we're gonna exhale for 4 counts all the way through chaturanga to the ground. Here we go, for 4, 3, elbows tight, 2, and 1. Inhale, let's just come up for Cobra. Let's maybe lift the hands up, release the glutes if they're squeezing. Good, release. I'm gonna lift my torso up now even more. I'm gonna place my elbows underneath my torso like we're doing Sphinx. This is where I'm gonna want that towel. So I'm gonna bend my left knee, bringing the inner thigh towards the ground, and you can actually point the toe towards your other leg. I'm gonna bring my knee to a nice 90 degrees. I'm gonna focus on pushing it away from me, but pulling it up. I'm gonna stay nice and active here. You find yourself shrugging, pressing up here. Trying to release that right hip. It's gonna wanna be active here. Bringing that inner sole of the foot towards the ground. Maybe go a little deeper, try and pull that leg up. Be a little more active here. Strong in the shoulders. Give me one more big breath. All right, this is where we're gonna use our core strength. So really pressing through our hands. I'm gonna lift my leg up, bring it back. Then I'm gonna just lift my hips up, curl the toes under, and just come into a quick dolphin. I'm gonna walk my feet nice and close since we're here. Lifting the hips, pressing up through the arms. 2 breaths, and then we're gonna switch sides. Last little breath. Good. I'm gonna drop to my knees. I'm just gonna switch my towel to the other side. All right, let's lift ourselves back into downward facing dog. Nice big exhale. Inhale towards plank again. 4 counts down through chaturanga. Drop to knees if you have to. Here we go. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, lift up Cobra. Lift the hands up, release the glutes if they're squeezing. 1 big breath here. And then I'm gonna slide my hands out, elbows underneath shoulders, hands to the ground. For Cobra, maybe leaning a little to my left. I'm gonna bend the right knee up now. Bringing the inner thigh towards the mat, the knee or the shin onto the towel. Sole of the right foot now is on the mat. This is kind of like our Captain Morgan stance here. Again, if you find yourself sagging in your shoulders, just press up. Unless you have any back issues, you can always come just down to the ground with your chest. Release that left side. This muscle should not be active. Good. 1 more big breath here. Using your core strength here, we're gonna lift that right leg up, bring it back down. Lift the hips up, forearm plank. I'm gonna walk my feet in towards a nice little dolphin. We're almost done, guys, don't worry. All right, let's use that strength. I'm gonna press my arms up into a nice downward dog. Pull those heels down. 1 full cycle of breath here. So we're gonna go into Malasana and then our half bow. So I'm gonna walk my feet towards the outside edges of my mat. Toes can point out, and I'm gonna sink down all the way. You can pull those heels in, If you're up here, that's okay. You can use your fingers to support, but the goal is keep those heels on the ground. It does take time. I used to be very hunched. So if you're hunched like I was, focus on trying to straighten up that spine, or maybe bring the palms together. That's it. Using those elbows to spread the legs, really open up that flexibility. One last breath, lengthen out through that spine. All right, so if you're really worried, you can bring your hands behind you to catch you. Otherwise, the rest of us, we're going to slowly rock ourselves down. And actually, we're all going to do half bow on our side. So I'm going to roll onto my left side. So I'm going to lift my left arm up, rolling onto my left side. So my right side is on top. I'm just going to make sure I'm not going to kick my water bottle here. So my legs are stacked. And I'm going to bend my bottom knee, so the knee's forward. This is just to support me more. And I'm going to bend the top knee so I can catch the foot. You can grab the inside of the foot or the outside here, whatever you feel like. So my knee is starting off facing the ground, or facing the top of my mat. And I'm going to start to push my foot into my hand. And I'm going to start to pull my foot and knee a little bit behind my center. Remember, we don't want that knee splitting up. And if you feel any pain here, especially in the knee, just don't go as deep. Pulling that leg just a little bit behind you. One more big breath. Good. Release that foot. We're going to roll onto the other side body. I'm going to lift my right arm up. I'm just going to face the back this time. So start by stacking your legs. You're going to bend the bottom leg so it supports you. I'm going to grab my top leg. I'm going to grab the inside of my foot. Just going to push my hips forward here, half bow. Knees pointing down away from me just to start with. And if you want to go deeper, you can start to kick into that foot like you would in dancers. Start pulling the knee slightly behind you. Making sure you're supporting yourself with your body and breathing. Nice, slow, deep breaths. One more big breath here. Good. Release the foot. We're going to roll onto our backs. So it's okay. I'm facing what I would call the wrong way on my mat. We're going to finish here. And that's all right. So I'm just going to bring my feet mat width apart. I'm going to let both knees fall towards my left side here. I'm going to put my hands on my rib cage. Just look towards the right. If you want to go deeper, you can lift that left foot up and place it on the right thigh. Just deepening the twist a little bit. Again, just go as deep as your body wants. That's it. One more big breath here. Put your foot on your leg, just bring it back down. We're going to bring our knees back up to the sky. Give your hips a little shake, reset yourself. And as you exhale, let both knees fall over to the right. This time, looking towards the left, hands are still on that rib cage. That's it. And again, if you want to go deeper, this time you can lift the right foot up and place it on the left thigh. Again, just making sure you're not putting too much pressure on those knees. Just letting that weight actually twist you slightly deeper. That's it. One more big breath here. I'm going to release my right foot back to the mat. Bring the knees back up to center. Give your yourself a little shakeout, whatever you need. We're just gonna finish off with full happy baby. Hopefully you're feeling a little more loose. So I'm gonna take a nice big inhale. Start by pulling both of my knees towards my armpits. And if you can't reach your foot, you can grab underneath your knees with your arms. Otherwise, we're gonna grab the outside edge of our feet. No matter where you are, you wanna aim to have the sole of the foot facing the sky. It's opening up. As always, you can rock side to side if your baby's really happy, or this is what's gonna make your baby happy. Ooh. Feel that massage in that lower back as you rock side to side. Just make sure you don't fall over. That's it. Let's all come to stillness. Taking a nice big inhale here. And as you exhale, pull a little deeper into those feet or those legs. Get a bit of a deeper stretch here. Last breath. I'm going to release my feet down towards the ground. We're almost done, so if you can hold off, please just stay here. Join me in Shavasana. Palms facing up. Eyes are closed. Let's come back to our beginning thought. Holding on to our joy for this weekend. Something that we're going to do that makes us happy. Could obviously even just be sleeping in. You could just be enjoying the sun. Just be that we don't have to work. So breathe into this happy thought of our joyous long weekend. And just let yourself be present with your body, how it's feeling. Let your happy thought expand all over you and bring good feelings to your body. So just do a little check-in here and see how you're feeling. How your ankles are feeling, your knees. Hopefully your hamstrings, hips, and lower back are feeling great now after that nice stretch. And just work yourself up through your spine, your torso, your chest, your arms, your neck, your shoulders, your face. Check in. Hopefully you're feeling a little lighter and a little more relaxed. I'm going to finish here in Shavasana today. So let's bring our hands to prayer. Thanking ourselves for showing up on our mat. We did hot yoga, thanking your body for pushing through. Thanking yourself for showing up to help give this release that the body so desperately craves every day. Just thanking and honoring your body for what it was able to do for you. So thank you for sharing in this practice with me and your fellow yogis. I wish everybody a great long weekend. From the light in me to lighting you. Namaste. So if you want, you've got more time, you can stay here in Shavasana. Or if you've got to move and get back to work, please do so slowly. And don't forget to get yourself a little bit more water and move gently for the next little while. Have a great day, guys.